In most cases, when a professional athlete announces retirement, he or she retires and then never returns to playing professional sports. However, in rare instances, there are some athletes who came out of retirement at least one full season due to injury and then returned to play without having ever officially announced retirement, nor does it include players whose careers were interrupted because of military service or incarceration. It also excludes free agents who were unable to find a team for at least a season and signed with a team at a later point without having ever officially announced retirement. Let's take a look at NBA players who came out of retirement. Hey, before we get to the video, if you haven't already subscribed to our Trade Hoops channel, then please subscribe to it so that you can get all the latest notification of our videos. So let's start with today's video. Number 1. Michael Jordan. When Jordan was just 30 years old and still the best player in the league, he decided to leave basketball and pursue a career as a professional baseball player. The death of his father, who had always been a fan of baseball, is what formulated the decision for MJ. While many were left speechless that this NBA superstar would just leave the game for a sport he hadn't played in years, it was extremely respectable that Jordan decided to honor his father in such a manner. Jordan began his baseball career by signing a minor league deal with the Chicago White Sox. After one subpar season with the White Sox AA team, Jordan decided it was time to return to basketball. He announced his comeback with just 2 words, "I'm back." Johnson was chosen to play in both the 1992 NBA All-Star Game and represent the USA on the '92 Dream Team. He then spent the next few seasons attempting a comeback, and ultimately received the opportunity in 1996 when he rejoined the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 2. George Mikon. He is by far the oldest player on this list, as his prime came back in the 1950s. If the name sounds familiar, it is because you likely performed Mikon drills in basketball practice. It is a drill that players use their whole careers, whether they are children or even NBA players. Mikon was one of the first pure big men in the league and succeeded on the court. He retired in 1954 after playing for the Minneapolis Lakers and winning multiple championships with the team. But in 1955 to 1956, he decided to give it another go and return to the team. He then retired permanently after that season. Mikon's legacy lives on as one of the original NBA big men and for creating the legendary Mikon drill. Number 3. Bob Cousy. Cousy announced his original retirement after the 1963 campaign. He had helped lead the Boston Celtics to 6 NBA Finals victories and was the proud owner of an excellent career resume. Cousy was 34 and his retirement was understandable since he had already accomplished so much in the league, including an MVP. After coaching in the college ranks for multiple seasons, Cousy returned to the NBA at age 41 and played in an extremely short stint with the Cincinnati Royals. Over 7 games, he averaged under 1 point per game, and it was clear he was not anything near the player he once was. Cousy is remembered as one of the best original point guards in the early NBA. After just 1 year of retirement, he ended up signing a comeback deal to play with the Atlanta Hawks. He spent 1 season in Atlanta and then announced his retirement for good. He is remembered as one of the best Milwaukee Bucks players of all time and had his jersey number retired by the franchise. Number 4. Brandon Roy. There was a time when he was one of the best players in the NBA. He was a 3-time All-Star from 2008 through 2010 and was named the Rookie of the Year in his freshman campaign back in 2007. But his star status began to diminish due to various injuries, which mainly revolved around the status of his knees. They simply could not hold up, and after 2010, because of his ailments, he announced his retirement. This really was not his choice. He stated that his knees had degenerated to a point of inability to play and that they lacked cartilage between the bones of his knees. However, Roy did make a return to the league in 2012 by signing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was nothing like his old self, and after just 5 games Roy re-injured himself and needed surgery, which ultimately put an end to his season and his career. You have to wonder how good Roy could have been having he been able to stay on the court. Number 5. Rasheed Wallace. He put up a quality NBA career. He was a tenacious and talented player who made 4 All-Star teams, but also did not mind talking trash and starting fights. His original career spanned from 1995 to 2010, and he announced his initial retirement at age 35. But, as you obviously assume by now, Wallace came out of retirement and signed a deal with the New York Knicks in the summer of 2012. After a decent start to the season, Wallace broke his foot in February of 2013. After receiving surgery and missing nearly 2 months, Wallace attempted a second return. But following just a single game, he decided it was time to move on, and Wallace retired for a second and final time. Number 6. Jonathan Bender. He had an extremely high ceiling but was limited due to injuries. Because of his inability to stay on the court consistently, Bender never really found his rhythm in the NBA. His best season came during the 2001 to 2002 campaign, which was also the only year he stayed on the court for more than 60 games. He averaged over 7 points and 3 rebounds, but still could not seem to reach his original potential. After a couple of injury-plagued seasons, Bender left the game because of knee injuries in 2006. 3 years later, Bender attempted a comeback in 2009 with the Knicks. However, his efforts proved unsuccessful, and after just 25 games, Bender officially announced his retirement from basketball. The determination was admirable, but the injuries proved too costly. Number 7. Monta Ellis. He is 35 years old and has not played since 2017, but was once a star guard in the league. His veteran experience and possibility for still reliable play could force a team to take a chance on him. Ellis has never made an all-star team but posted all-star numbers from 2006 to 2015. The fact that he never played in the game is unbelievable. During the 2009 to 2010 campaign with Golden State, Monta averaged 25 points per game, 5.3 assists per game, and 2.2 steals per game. That is an excellent season. For his career, Ellis's per-game averages include 17.8 points, 1.7 steals, 4.6 assists, and even 3.5 rebounds from the guard position. Expect Ellis to get a chance somewhere in the NBA this year. What do you think of players who come out of retirement? Does it benefit their legacies? Should Monta Ellis get a chance in the NBA this year? Let me know in the comment section. To stay up to date with my latest videos and latest NBA news, make sure to subscribe to the Trade Hoops YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button. Thank you for watching. If you like watching our video, then please don't forget to like and share and obviously subscribe.